Okay, so first I want to introduce myself.
Okay.
I'm Jerry. You can call me Jerome, either way. So I am an Arcturian commander for the Arcturian Council, and today we're going to do a DNA discovery. What DNA discovery is a telepathic vision quest where we're going to go up into a light ship, and your guides that were specifically chosen for you based on your specific harmonic frequency of your DNA are going to then come forth, and those beings are the active parts of your DNA. And so based on where you're at, they're going to connect with you and they're going to show you how to use that DNA technology of your soul, because most people have active strands, they just don't know what to do with it, or they haven't had an experience. So we're going to go up there and show you what we can discover based on what we've done more and more activations. So, it's been a while since we've done this. So I'm excited to see what comes through for you today. And it's going to be awesome. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, sweet. So we'll just head straight into it then, huh?
Yeah, just get comfortable. I don't know if you put your mask on or what you do to get comfortable. However you want to.
I feel like I'll just be right today. I'll just close my eyes. I'm getting better at.
Yep, that's why I get those glasses. So those glasses, like your glasses, can be shut.
I need my sunnies. Sitting with my sunnies on. All right.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So to begin, breathe into your heart, opening your heart from the front and the back as I connect to the back of your heart chakra in 3, 2, 1. Breathe into your heart again now, expanding wider. Exhaling to a sphere 6 feet in all directions. Breathe in again now, sending that light up through your higher chakras, connecting the upper half of the pillar up to source, where we anchor and activate a temple of divine union. With each exhale now, it pulls that golden light down from source in the center sun, down the pillar, down through your body, through your lower chakras now, down through into the earth, where the lower half of the pillar connects to Mother Gaia's core, where we activate a temple of Mother Gaia grounding. With each breath up to source, down to Mother Gaia, we're going to cycle that light through your 12-dimensional fields that's braided from source, through your heart space, down into Mother Gaia's core. Breathe deeply now into your heart, into your lungs, as your lungs and heart fill with white light. Breathe in and feel your bones, your skin, your hair, your muscles, all fill with white light. As you exhale, the light coming in pushes out the lower density energies from your body into your pillar. And as we exhale, the light from source carries it down to Mother Gaia. With each breath, we're raising our light quotient of the cells. Just continue to breathe. I'm going to activate a temple of the violet flame in your heart space now. The violet flame is a 3-fold flame, which is blue, pink, and gold. Whichever color you see now, expand into the pillar, out of the center flame, up to source, down to Mother Gaia, braiding through your field, increasing the frequency, transmuting all energies that no longer serve you, dissolving any galactic implants, any cellular debris, any programs on your field are now collapsing. And just breathe up to source, down to Mother Gaia as we pull those down off your field. Good. And so now, as the energy is coming down, you're going to feel it spiraling down on your crown, down through the reptilian brainstem, down into the spinal column, down through the upper back, down through the middle back, down to the lower back, to the tip of the tailbone. Breathe into the tailbone. It begins to glow white hot. And as it opens, the roots from your spinal cord begin to emerge, exhaling as they grow down from your tail, down into the earth. You feel the cool earth on the white hot roots as you exhale, bringing them down through the earth, down through the mantle, down to the core of Mother Gaia, Continue to breathe until you feel those roots wrap strongly around the core of Mother Gaia. You feel a strong connection. Good. When they're connected, look down. Are you connected clockwise or counterclockwise? How are they wrapped?
Anti.
Good. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to call on Archangel Metatron to come down from the center sun, through the sun, bringing down the golden Christ grids from the galactics down into your heart space now. As that happens, we're going to call Sandalphon from the core of Mother Gaia to emerge, bringing the crystalline energy of the earth grids up through your pillar into your heart space now, merging in the center with the Christ grids from above, activating fully now. As this happens, we're going to call in the Arcturian field into the pillar. Star Life Nocturus rushes down, and as it touches your crown, it activates the male and female energies from the sun and the core of the planet. It begins to spin them clockwise and counterclockwise, mixing with the Arcturian field, activating the Arcturian Merkaba field. The 137 Merkaba is being formed now. Just breathe as this builds around you, as we program your field. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to bring you into your heart space. So in a second here, you're gonna feel yourself move. And as you fall, you're gonna move that space. And when you stop moving, it's when you've arrived. So I'm gonna bring you into your heart space in 3, 2, 1. Arrived. Okay, so as you look out in your heart space, you'll see in the edge of the room or out in the field where the white beam of light is coming down from above. I want you to either walk or move towards that beam of light. Just standing outside of it. Don't go inside yet. Move to it now and let me know when you're outside.
Yep, I'm here. I can see it.
Okay, so now I'm going to have you see a green beam from your heart beam out to the white beam of energy. So connect that green beam. Then you're going to see an indigo blue beam from your third eye beam out to the beam, braiding. And then you're going to see an orange beam from your sacral beam out and connect the beam. So you have 3 beams connected to the white pillar of the light. So as you breathe, you're going to breathe in the frequencies from my ship through those 3 into your body and exhale and send them back, creating a cycle of your energy and my ship's energy. And I'm going to send you the light codes to my ship in 3, 2, 1. Ia nana ua katati ea patatu kanana ia patatu nana ua suatati. All right, so now I'm going to have you walk inside the beam of light. Let me know when you're inside.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so as it scans your field, you'll see a screen pop up in front of you and you'll see a handprint on it. I want you to place your right hand on the screen to match the indicator. And when your hand's on the screen, you're going to connect a beam of green light from your heart to the screen. And I'm going to beam you up into the receiving area of the command ship in 3, 2, 1. Let me know when you're right. Okay. So you'll see me reading you. I have the Arcturians with me. I'm going to float you up with my energy field, and I'm going to bring you with me. We're going to go down the hallway to the left, past 2 lab doors, and you'll see the med beds on the left through the other lab. We're going to go down past those and go right, and we're going to go down that corner all the way down the hallway into a large, you'll see the hallway opens up into a large dome room. And inside the center of that room, there is a beam of golden light that goes from the ceiling all the way down to the floor. And so I'm going to float you up into that beam of golden light. So you're suspended there now. Let me know when you're floating inside. Okay. So as that scans you, now I'm going to build a holographic screen in the room out of energy. And we're gonna use a screen to show you some images. So I'm gonna build that screen now. Pop up on the wall, and then I'm going to connect your heart center to that screen. Okay, and then I'm going to connect your cellular energy to that screen. Okay, so I'm going to now step out of the room and I'm going to call in the star team for this discovery. They're going to begin to walk in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so how many beings came in?
I can see 6.
Okay, make sure you look behind you too, so there aren't any that you don't see.
Yeah. There's 4 behind me.
Okay. And 6 in front?
Yeah.
So you have 10 total? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with, you're going to notice that they're going to stand in a circle around you. They'll space themselves out. And as they do that, the one that is directly in front of you, between you and the screen, you're going to connect your heart space. You're going to see a green beam connect out to them and then through them to the screen. And as that happens, they'll come into view. So who do we have here with this first being?
Okay, so I'm getting an Andromedan being, but it looks like a more of a hybrid. It's like a child. It feels short.
Okay. Does it look like a human or does it look like a ET? Does it wear any clothes?
Yeah, it looks like a different species completely, not like a little ET or a humanoid. It's humanoid figurine, but the face is like kind of like what's that? It's like a cartoon character or something, you know.
Yep. Okay. So now we're going to ask them what their name is or what we should call them when we interact. So let me know what they send you for the name.
He's saying Jemima or something like that. Jemima.
Okay. And so now that we have his name, we're going to connect to him and we're going to ask him to show you up on the screen where he's from, if he's Andromedan or what's going on with him. So we're going to connect to that screen now and pull up his cellular DNA from the Akashic, and he's going to show you where he's from. And that's going to come up on the screen in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so he's come to visit, to connect. I'm getting the feeling he's a star family, and he's come from the Andromedan star system.
Okay. So did you see any images of like some stars, or did it like a planet or anything, or was it just what came up?
It drew a line directly into the center of the Andromedan spiral.
Beautiful. So he's just from that star system, not a planet. I sort of picked up that they are they're because of their galactic, they are all over that star system. So good. Okay, so now we are going to ask him to show you up on the screen what he is here today to teach you and activate within you, what his purpose is, what he's here for. So he's gonna pull that up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
So he's putting like swimming goggles on me, but they're black. And it's kind of like laser vision to see through different dimensions. It's almost like he's going to teach or bring in codes for me for that gift or that supernatural ability to start coming through for me and for people around me.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to ask him to, you're going to see he's going to beam out from his heart space out to the space between you guys. As he beams out, it's going to be like a laser beam that's holographically creating a light code image. And this is going to be a very unique, distinct image. It might look like sacred geometry. It might look like a hieroglyph, but he's going to do that now. And then once that's there, you're going to connect your heart out to that hieroglyph. And when you connect to it, you are going to breathe in and pull that with your breath into your heart space in 3, 2, 1. Let me know what happens.
There was a couple actually. So there was like the circular kind of geometry shape, circle that way, like I can't pronounce. What is it? It's like
data packets though. He's expressing to you
like that.
Yep, like an atom.
And and then the letter Z. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
and then a Z as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that he sent that to you, we're going to ask him to put up on the screen for you and show you what that data packet does, what those light codes do for those goggles. So he's going to pull it up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
He's showing me it's going to activate the pineal gland to see into other realities and dimensions while being in this dimensional space. So it's almost like see-through data. He's showing me like right in front, like yeah.
Remember how we were talking about having the eyes open and being able to see with your eyes open and still see the other stuff going on? That's something that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's what that's for. And so, okay, so now what he's going to do is he is going to connect your third eye. So you see an indigo blue beam from his third eye. And then you're going to keep your heart connected to him. And then you are also going to connect, you're going to have diamond light spiral down from above you in your pillar, connecting to your crown, merging with that indigo beam, and then merging with the heart. So it's connecting at those points as it comes down through you. And as that happens, he is going to transfer and show you exactly how to operate that technology. He is going to transfer those codes into you, and he is going to show you and actually do it for you right now. So we're going to have a scenario where you're going to remote view and see one of your children right now. So he's going to do that for you and show you how those goggles work, how you can see the ship, but also remote view at the same time. So he's going to begin that, and he's going to pass it to you in 3, 2, 1. He's also going to show you as he's operating them, as they're functioning, he's going to show you either a symbol that you're going to see, and you're going to see it either on or off, like it's going to have a function. It's one way or the other to make it activate and for it to function. It might be a mudra that he might show you. He's going to show you a specific symbol that's for you to use to activate that, so you can turn it on and off at your leisure. And he's going to build that that symbol into your genetic profile. That way, when you do it, your Merkaba knows how to activate it. So he's going to do that, show you that, and he's going to set that into your Merkaba field now. He's going to do that. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, he's giving me like, I thought it was a dragon at the beginning, but it's like a little insect bee or dragonfly.
And so what do you do with it? So when you want to access those lasers that open up those fields through the multiverse, what do you do with that bee? What was he showing you? Do you do something with it? Do you hold it? Do you connect to it?
I think it's just saying, just connect it, see the dragonfly, and then it'll all unfold. Almost like the dragonfly is like the bug that can remote view in through those sets of lenses.
Yeah, it's almost like the bird's eye view. It's like
yeah.
Someone described to me before as like Beastmaster. You know how Beastmaster, he could like see through the eyes of the hawk or see through the eyes of the other animals. So you're like connecting it with
That's
that.
Exactly right. That's what it just showed me.
Yeah, good. And so we're going to ask him now to show you up on the screen anything else that you need to know that's important about this technology. Its use and function, but now he's also going to show you why he's showing you this and why you need to know this and what that is for. And why this is coming through right now. So he's going to pull that up on the screen for you now in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so there's multiple things. Number one, healing, to be able to read other people's fields a little bit easier, more easily than I already have, but also to see global energies and read into the galactic to see how to work more so with the ships and help the planet elevate, I'm getting, but also to see for myself truth and what's happening on the planet. Like,
yeah, I was just getting that they also see through, like when you see stuff with your eyes, like there can be illusion and lies and stuff, and that you'll be able to see through that for what it is. So
yeah, nice.
That's good. So, okay, so we're going to ask if there's anything else about this that he wants to show you before we move on. And if there is, he's going to pull it up for the screen and show you that now in 3, 2, 1.
There's something about the earth and the shift of the earth and the axes.
So now we're going to ask him why that's important. Why is the earth axis shifting have to do with those goggles and your sight? What about those goggles and what about that sight is going to be necessary for a mission with the earth axis? Or why are you going to need to be able to see things? What is important about that? So we're going to pull that, the mission details up on your screen in 3, 2, 1.
Yep. So they're showing me a telephone. So for messages and also like stop sign, like the traffic lights. So it's almost like stop, pause, go, like in terms of light missions, perhaps, with helping balance out energies if needed in the future.
And it's funny because something you just said is alluding to the next thing about being able to not only see, but to send messages. So that one is, he's walking to the left. And so I want you to bring your attention now to the next being to the right. And as he rotates into in front of you, you're going to connect your heart to this one, out to the screen in front of you through him. And you'll see them come into view. What do we have here?
Okay, so I've got a beautiful being. It's like a divine goddess looking elevated being.
Like a human or ET?
Human, but it's extraterrestrial.
Okay. Are they wearing any clothes or?
Yeah.
Else?
It's Octarian. Oh, she knows me, so she's family, but okay, so she's saying she's here to help help assist the healing and support me on my journey.
Yep. And so what is her name?
Julie. It's I don't think it's her name, but she's just saying it so I can remember as a human, Julie. And that she's been funny about it too, so she can relate to me. I know it's not Julie, but she just gave me Julie so I could have a point of reference. That's so nice. Hey, I love Julie.
Julie the Arcturian. Exactly. I've had people where they're like, what I'm hearing is like an inaudible sound, or it's like a feeling. So like, I'm like, okay, well, let's give it a name because, you know, you probably don't know any other Julies the Arcturians. So that's a good way to call her. Good. So now we're going to ask Julie to put up on the screen for you how she is going to help you with the healing of humanity and support you and what she's here to teach you today. So we're going to put that up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay. So she's got a pen and on the screen it's showing like moving objects. So with energy. Yeah, so some sort of magician, like a levitation or kinesiologist?
Yeah, you can call it psychokinesis or telekinesis. It's moving objects over the distance with your mind, but it's psionics. It's the vibration of your Merkaba. You can expand or contract and do different stuff with it. But good. So now we're going to ask her to show you up on the screen why that's important. Why is she showing you that? Is she going to teach you how to use that, or is that going to integrate into something? So we're going to see why she's showing you that, and more importantly, how you can use that in your Merkaba field and what that is used for. So we're going to pull up all of the data discovery of that DNA in the Arcturian field and put that on the screen for you in 3, 2,
1. So it's children, teaching them. And then there's reference to the new earth as well.
So this levitation or this telekinesis that they were showing you, are you to use that are you to teach that to the children, or are you to connect to the earth with that and show the children how to do that? Ask Julie to be specific of what exactly is going to be taught, and even see if she can show you like how it needs to be taught to the children, so we know that they are receiving it at their capacity. So she's going to put all that up for you on the screen for you now in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so it's really fun. It's like in a kid's toy box, you go to someone's house and there's a toy box, kind of like a treasure chest, and she's showing me just that play, like teaching them from a really young age how to do this play, making it not so like serious and confined to a classroom. It's like incorporating it into like the house where there's a box, multiple different things that you can just play with, and this is the way of the future. Instead of like playing with a truck for a little kid, it's like they're picking up objects with their hand from a distance. Does that make sense?
It does. And so something that came through for me on that just now was the reason why it's important to teach them that way is because children don't respond very well to like, you have to do this, because they feel like, why are you forcing me to do this? And so it creates that resistance, and it creates like the polarity of the program of being forced to do something. They don't want to do that thing. And so they're not going to, this is something that needs to be learned, and it can be fun. And it's that loving, playful energy that engages it, because being serious about it isn't the frequency needed for that, is what I'm getting for that. So, okay. So now we're going to ask Julie to show you what programs or how you're going to teach this to the kids. I know that she showed you the playground and picking the stuff up, but how exactly, like, what are you going to tell them, or how you're going to do it? So she's going to show you the program, pass that on. She's going to put that up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
I'm hearing like workshops, but it's like different. It's like, then she's telling me it's going to be like like one of those sticks where you jump up and down. It's like a workshop of like, it's like a party for a kid's party. It's more like, no, but it's not a celebration of a birthday. It's like a kid's party workshop. So it's just like fun, and it's a high vibration. And that's how the elevation of the object can kind of raise through that vibration of their being.
So what I'm seeing right now is the reason why it's got to be like that is because if you make it like it's serious and it's hard and you got to learn it like this, like they'll just remember. If you're just like, oh, look, do it, and look, it's easy, and look, it's fun, they'll just like pick it up naturally. They'll remember, and it'll just turn on, and it'll express itself without it being a serious and a thing, because that's bringing it down. So to keep it light and to keep it airy, that's part of the energy that's raised.
I just got a year, 2027.
Good. So now we're going to ask Julie to show you on the screen what's going to happen in 2027. She's going to pull that up on 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so there's reference to the slow turtle phase right now because of the low vibration. But by that stage, there's going to be a higher frequency where we can do a lot more things. There's also reference to hybrid children being on the planet with different frequencies. So although they look human, they're hybrid because of their DNA structure is going to be a higher frequency. So they're going to somewhat initiate and activate the community.
So what I'm seeing is, as you go to teach it, the hybrid children will support and act and hold the space for the other ones too, because as you show them, they'll pick it up first, and that will collectively sort of pass it on.
Like a domino effect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Good.
cool.
Good. Ask Julie if there's anything else that she wants to show you about that.
No.
Ability. Okay, good. You'll see she sort of just walks out when she's done.
Yeah.
Good. So now we're going to move our attention to the next being to the right. And as you rotate in, connect with your heart to them into the screen, and they'll come into view. What do we have here?
Okay, so it's a Syrian elder.
Okay. What are they wearing? How do you know they're an elder?
Because they came through like a tribal, kind of like a elder in a tribe, like an Aboriginal tribe, but it was definitely Syrian. So there's wisdom. Gotcha. Yeah.
Good. So now, so are they wearing any, like, so you said tribal stuff, but are they holding anything? Do they have anything in their hands? Any like objects or?
No, it's more about the neckline. There's like ancient like medals or something like that he's wearing.
Yeah, I'm seeing them that they're decorations of like their achievements, so that they're like, they get them when it's like earning a Purple Heart. Yes. Or something like that is what I'm seeing. Good. And so now we're going to ask him what his name is, or what you should call him.
So I'm getting Joe.
Joe, okay.
Once again, I don't think it's what it is, but I think they're trying to relate to us, so we have a point of reference. Yeah.
Keep it simple. Keep it light. You probably don't, there's one Joe Syrian elder. There's one, that's a good way to categorize and have that frequency of them, so you can call them back. Good. So now Joe is going to project up on the screen for you what he is here to do today, what his mission is, what his purpose is for being here. He's going to play that on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
I think it's I was hoping it wasn't going to be this, but it is. It's before he showed up, it was almost like I was already tickering to what it was, and it was a mound, a cell, a DNA particle with all needles in it and heavy metals in it, not necessarily whatever the shot, but like other heavy metals all sticking out of it.
Yep. Good.
Yeah, and yeah.
I'm glad that you recognize that they were heavy metals. So besides heavy metals, I'm seeing some other things that are sticking out of them that look like needles, but they're not actually metal. I'm seeing them as like an energy. So they look like they're like some sort of implant. What's going on with that? So
yeah, it's all negative.
So ask him what happens if you merge your DNA with those energies and with those things. What does that do to you? Ask him to show you what the outcome is in 2027 for the people.
Also, what he was showing to me before that was a baby in a high chair, and I'm guessing that the message was coming through quite like strong, like this is the pureness of the human race, and it's almost like a message to be really careful how we are treating our DNA and our human, our pureness. And it's like a message coming from a really old wise guy that knows galactic history. I feel like he's from the temples in Sirius. Yep. And it's like, I know, Jerome, but I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, that obviously the information wants to come through, right?
It's almost as though the warning is because they've experienced something like this before. And so they already know what happens. And I'm also picking up that child that is raised up away from that. The idea is to keep that template, the blueprint template pure and not corrupt it. And so we have to put an end to that. So ask him, obviously the mission is to save the children, teach the children, but ask him how we can stop this from reaching the children and what measures and what abilities we can use to protect them and remove these implants and remove the effects of these heavy metals, chemical toxins, the frequency, the AI nanites, the false broadcast matrix, that is being projected at us. Ask him to show you what he can teach you to disarm that. And he's going to put that up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
So it's very clear time has put a huge impact on the energy of a human being. The watch, he's making references to watches, and the keeping it always in this contained time frame without the flow. And from a young age, that programming is developed. It was, what time is it? You know, rather than just being in flow on that now moment. That has apparently a huge impact, he's saying, on the cells. There's also reference to cars and the pollution, and basically saying we've got to find out new ways so the pollution on the planet is removed, because that is a big one for most kids that are in cities and towns.
So we're going to, while he's showing that, we're going to ask Julie the Acturian to connect her heart space over to yours and to his, and connect to that time loop from the Saturn Moon matrix. And as she projects her Arcturian field, she is going to disarm and she is going to dissolve those chaos programs, those low frequency distortion programs. She's going to do that now. So just breathe and feel those begin to integrate within you. As that happens, let me know what you see to that time field. What happens to that?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of density being released from the planet. And also I'm seeing like a fire pit with like an open fire pit, and I can see all of the pollution kind of burning and transmuting. And it's interesting because the elder for me is somewhat Joe. He's like kind of fading away now.
And it's funny because Julie, when she connected and she started breaking that time matrix, the fire pit that you're seeing, the violet flame from Saint Germain, that's originally from the Arcturians. That's from the 7th Stargate. And so that violet flame is what transmutes those pollutions. And so as that flame, you know, that she's burning the pollution with, that's the same flame from your heart that we expand out that burns those frequencies. So she's going to now show you how you can use that violet flame.
I was going to say that. I feel like she's going to help me actually cure and heal people via my heart as a conduit. How exciting. Oh, Julie, it's like a new friendship.
Yep,
I'm actually stoked.
She was telling me that this is actually in reference to the mission that we did. Remember when we were looking at the ocean and then there was the density pollution? So she's going to now show you on the screen how you can use that violet flame to correct those densities and to transmute, and what that does. She's going to show you that up on the screen now in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, okay. So it's like a lawnmower. It's full of fuel and it cuts the grass. And it's like the energy of the violet flame can cut the grass and heal, like keep everything neat and tidy, if that makes sense. I know it's a bit of a funny analogy, but that's how it's coming to me. So the fuel is actually the violet flame from the Arcturian star system and the high realms, and it's moving through the lawnmower, me, to cut the grass to keep everything neat. That's so funny.
So something the Arcturians shared with me, when you see in Marvel Comics, you see like the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern, you know, obviously the green, that's the heart energy, that when we're beaming that energy out, you know, the Green Lantern, he connects his heart energy through his hand, and then he directs it into different you know, objects like a sword or a lawnmower, right? These are high frequency violet plasma objects that are then used for these different works. And so, yeah, there's all sorts of different things. And based on what you're trying to accomplish, they're going to show you what tool is used for the job. So awesome. So we're going to bring our attention to another high pollution area. I'm seeing some like rivers in India. I'm seeing like this river with like a bunch of like bottles in it. So we're going to bring our attention over there, and we're going to then see how we can use the violet flame on that river. He's going to show you on the screen the river, but then he's going to show you on a smaller screen in the screen how to use that violet flame. He's going to do that now in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so it's like a vacuum. I can go along and clean like a vacuum cleaner in the house and suck it all up. And with my intention, transfer it and transmute it into the sun or into a polarized positive.
And so what I heard was evolution or dissolution. So it can either dissolve or evolve. It can either go to the sun or it can go down to lower densities. So you can transmute it into whatever the path of least resistance, because just like entities, you know, these other things, so whether it's a thought form or it's a negative pocket of energy that is collecting there, and that's how this the density creates these portals to open to the lower realms and entities. So by closing those, it just does the whole thing. And so you can suck it up. You can do whatever it wants to do to make it go. So it'll tell you which way, and it's easier just to go with it. Good. So we're going to ask Joe if there's anything else that he wants to show you about this on the screen in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's just like hold this sacred information, this wisdom. Like he can trust us. He's like giving it to us in trust and like almost like an honor as that gift and that information. And then he's like kind of moving back away now.
It's funny that I referenced it earlier with like a purple heart. And it's like, you know, it's like a medal of honor. So it's like it's an honorable thing for us to receive this dispensation. So that's how I'm seeing it. So I'm seeing from Joe, he's going to beam out a glyph almost in a heart of this purple laser violet energy. And this glyph is going to represent the abilities and all the programs of the violet flame that you now have access to. And so I want you to breathe in and pull that into your heart space with that green tractor beam. And as it enters your heart space, it's going to assimilate into your merkadic field and save those programs. So let that happen now.
Yeah.
As that happens, you might notice some different things. Let me know what you see when it happens.
Yeah, so rainbow straight away. And then like fruit and vegetables kind of in front of it, like that consciousness vibration of health.
Abundance.
Yeah.
Good. I sort of saw when he did that too, when he shared his code, he went with the other one. So now we're going to move to the right, to the 4th being here. Who do we have?
Palladian.
Okay. How tall? Are they wearing an outfit? Are they human, blonde hair, ET? What do we got?
Dark hair. It's a female. So I haven't seen this one before. So this is really cool. She's on the ship though, and she's saying she wants to start working with us. She's wearing a blue suit, kind of like the way Eskil comes through to me. Silver, blue. So she's crew. She's flight crew.
And that's what I was going to ask. I was like, what part of the crew is she? Is she part of a certain team that you haven't seen yet? So good.
Yeah, she's got black glasses. You know, those round black glasses.
Like Maverick or the Top Gun.
Yeah. I'll just write it down.
I'm gonna go here and spitball and guess that she's gonna show you something with the ship's capabilities with the flight, but I'm gonna let her show you that. So connect your heart to her and then to the screen, and she's going to pull up what she's here for.
I'm getting a name, Gemma.
Gemma, good.
Funny.
So I love that. Like, hey, you forgot my name. Good. Good. So now we're going to, Gemma's going to show you up on the screen what she's here to teach you today and what her purpose is now for this.
She so was, eh? She's like, oh, what about my name? Funny, eh? They're onto it. I love that. All right, here we go.
Gemma's going to pull up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like so she's showing me transformers, like how the ship can transform and kind of shift in flight. And
so now, so I want her to show you why that's important and why we're going to be using that, and when it transforms, what changes about it, and why does that matter? So we're going to put that up on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so when we have a quick decision to make, we can make that precise decision. And also she's kind of referencing like cloaking as well, like a transformer, like how to kind of be while the consciousness is not ready there yet, so we can still have that connection and bring in intelligence. And yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, on my screen, I saw it as like the movie Predator, where how like they go invisible, and like if you don't move,
Yes.
you can't see. So if there are hostiles and we don't have time to diffuse the situation and we have to just move, that we can sort of just like go invisible so we can make it through. So it's like an auto camouflage type of thing. Good. So now ask Gemma, when is that going to be used? There's going to be a certain time soon.
I'm getting that it's also something that we can put on our own human body, so we can become invisible. It's a technology.
And so what I just she just told me to write this down. So what you're going to do is, when you want to achieve this, you're going to open your heart and you just say Merkaba activate, right? So you're activating your Merkaba field, and then you're going to speak into the Merkaba, and you're going to tell it to cloak you from all things, people, entities, past, present, and all timelines that wish to pull you off of your path and to distract you from your mission. Anything that is outside of what you are here to do, you become invisible to that. And so you can speak that into your field, and then it will keep you invisible. It will not only keep you invisible energetically, but it will also remove the things from even coming into your, you won't even, it'll be like this, something will come this way and it'll just miss, because that's what it is. It's going to keep you out of harm's way. Good. So we're going to ask Gemma, anything else that you need to know about this cloaking, how to use it for the ship, how to use it for yourself, how to use it for others. When is this? I'm saying, like, she's going to show you how to apply this to other people, because this is important for, I'm seeing, for new people that are new to the quantum field, that this is a thing that she wants to show you how to use it for them. So she's going to show you how to teach them easily how to cloak themselves. She's going to show you that in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, so it's so we can apply, as the leader of a mission, a light mission, we can apply this to the crew as well down here. And it's this activation or intelligence will only kind of be given to those elevated beings that can be trusted with it. It's not something that people listening, if they're not ready, will be able to achieve. It's with integrity that it's used. And yeah, you can't receive a higher frequency in order to kind of have this intelligence activated. That makes sense?
The light code that came through, a word came through, and it was like, I saw it as a symbol, but it was discernment. So this is to be used tactically, on a Galactic Command mission, or during some sort of maneuver or thing. It's to be used when you know to use it, because it's not applicable for certain things, but it is for others. And so something that I was shown on my screen about that was, when we first start bringing the new members up for the ambassador program and bringing them up into the Galactic, that we are to keep them shielded. That way, when they come on the mission, that they are not exposed to energies before they're ready. So it's sort of a way to bring them with, but keep them safe, is what I was sort of saying. Good. So ask her if there's anything else about that, or any instructions with that cloaking device and that technology that we need to know right now.
She's telling me that this technology is already being used by people on the planet to do more physical rescues. Just keep seeing a child in the tunnel kind of thing. So to safely remove, because the frequency is so high, it can cloak another physical item that's not high frequency yet or elevated, to help save them, pull them out. So it's been used for rescue missions in more physical form, she's saying, and there's people already applying this technology.
So now ask her, how can we use this technology for us for these rescue missions, or how can we do this, like what the mechanism or what the human thing in the body we need to do to turn that on, to activate that, to use that. So ask her to show you what that is and how to do that now. Put that on the screen in 3, 2, 1.
So the bug is coming back, that dragonfly from number 1. And it's like we can do this remotely using the bug as the eyes and this invisible cloak as a shield.
Mm-hmm.
So using them in collaboration with each other. And Julie, oh, wow. I'm getting a full toolkit today. How cool is that? That's the intention, for us to put them all together and use them together.
There's a reason why they're showing you, this is something that I'm still discovering. There's a reason why they show you what they're showing you. It's not just at random. There's a reason for what they bring forward. And so I'm seeing that little bug, just like how we hold programs and our Merkaba holds them, that little bug is like a little flash drive that holds programs. So it interacts with you to help hold the space and use them outside of yourself, which is really neat. So I'm also hearing that bug, it has a name. Ask it what its name is, because you need to, so that way you can call that bug by something besides the bug.
It's John.
And what kind of bug is he? Oh, like what is it? Is it a ladybug, or is it like a firefly? What kind of bug is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like, looks like a bee in a way with big bug eyes, but also it crosses over to a dragonfly, if you've ever seen one of those. Probably like a firefly that you're referencing. Yeah.
Yeah. And probably with the bee and the firefly, it has that 0 point, where it makes itself levitate with those wings. Good. Okay, so let's ask her if there's anything else that she wants to teach you about this program with the camouflage and the integration. Is there anything else that she wants to show you about that before we move on?
Okay, so she's taken me to the helm of my ship, and she's showing me the hologram that we can use to navigate, to kind of like remote view, move our consciousness into the other planet. So it's going to help and amplify all of this. Not that we need to be invisible, but it's also for galactic travel, for protection, as just another safe network in the galactic.
So how I saw it too was with the ship, I was seeing it as like a barrier around, but like almost like a portal to like a window. So if the ship is here in the galactic, you could see through that portal and see where the energy is going. So it like keeps you concealed, but also it's like a looking glass to project that energy through. That's neat.
That's what I can see. Yeah.
Neat. Okay, so she's moving to the side with the other one. So we're moving on to the 5th being now. So as you go to the right, who is the 5th being here? Connect your heart chakra to them and then to the screen behind as they come in to view. What do you got?
I don't know, man. This is so fucking weird. Okay, excuse the language. So what I got was this really shy girl, but she had a baby inside of her, and it was like passing me the baby, the infant.
So what species is she?
She looks human. She's got a beautiful little, oh my God.
Is the baby human?
It's Shiva, one of my hybrids. She's grown up and had a baby. It's a future timeline.
Gotcha.
Oh my God, I'm a nana.
So I'm seeing that little one that she's passing to you. What's special about that little one? There's something going on with that. That's
oh my God, I can feel it.
I'm seeing something with the baby that she's passing. Ask her to show you what's special about that baby and play that for you on the screen.
Oh wow. Oh my God, this is so crazy. So it's a fifth dimensional baby. It's not a low frequency baby. This is the future.
Is this like
So
a Christ, like a Christ being born, like a fifth dimensional?
yeah, it's almost like the baby see-through. It's like a light body baby.
So when you see the light body, is it like a shimmery silver gold? Is it a blue? Like
It's luminous. Yeah.
luminous? Like a multicolor, almost like a opalescent, or what color?
Yeah, so like a brown, tan bronzed with like blue through it though, like a light blue. It's like I can see into the organs, if you know what I mean. Like it's like it could be physical, but it could be non-physical. So she's birthed.
The reason I was asking, what color is because there's a new thing that we're going to learn right now is based on the color that you see, the energy of the being that you see, we're going to scan that frequency band because there's those several colors. You're going to scan that frequency band, and that's a part of the bee. You can scan that, and it'll tell you what species is that based on the color vibration. So connect to that being, and I'm going to pull through what species based on the color code.
So yeah, I can see Sasani, human, and there's Palladian DNA as well.
Good.
I really can feel this. I don't know why it means a lot to me, but I can feel that.
You have a close bond with this being, with Shiva, and so this is like it's like a family moment. So Shiva has something else that she's here to show you. The reason why she's passed this on and what you need to do with this little one. She's going to show you what's going to happen in this timeline. She's going to play that for you now.
So I'm getting the year 2032, but that just keeps coming through. So I don't know what that is exactly.
So now we're gonna connect to the to Archangel Metatron. He's gonna bring the grids down, and when he brings those down, we're gonna have the Arcturians assist in this, and he's gonna bring down what that timeline is representing without distorting the rest. What the probable timeline is right now at that date. I'm gonna play that for you in 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure what I'm getting here.
So I'm going to ask Shiva to make it more clear or represent it in a way that you can understand easily, and put that on the screen for you in 3, 2, 1.
So the first image before was the earth, and it was kind of like having ripples and vibration, and it was like, oh, is there an earthquake or destruction of earth in 2032? But I think it's more about the frequency of the earth will be in a fifth dimensional space, and then they were putting like a pinpoint, like on a map. You know, you go out to sea and you put your pinpoint down where you want to drop your pin, where you need to get to.
Yep.
And then it showed me a triangle with the baby in there. So from what I'm feeling and seeing is that Shiva's going to be manifesting this baby in this time through manifestation and intention, rather than having sexual intercourse like a human would. And yeah, does that make sense?
It does, because what I just saw to corroborate that was that baby represents the earth being born into the fifth dimension. And so that baby being born like that, the ripple is the micro macro of the merging of the new timelines of the 5D. I'm seeing like that baby is what is the first seed that ripples the rest of the planet to shift into the fifth dimension. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, that is so interesting. I'm like, can feel that in my heart. Hey, I'm like tearing up here. Do you realize that's 10 years away, and it's not that far?
No, and it's so I know time seems like it's speeding up. It's because we're, dissolving that hold on the distortion from the moon matrix. So it's going to go a lot faster than people
Yeah.
think. There's a lot to do before that date, is what she's sort of showing me too. There's a lot of missions that need to be done. Ask her if there's anything else that she wants to show you about the baby or
All
about
right.
that.
It's, when she came in, because I was like, this girl's really shy. And it's like, like when you've got to tell your parents some news, and she came in real slowly, like, hey, and then she's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like,
She's dropping a bomb.
yeah, but it's like so funny how they bring it in, like, yeah, like so we can understand what it'd be like if we were the parents. Do you know what I mean?
And it's funny that they bring it in without telling you, like you can't see the glowing being in her stomach.
Yeah. So what the heck have you got there, sister? How amazing. Okay, cool. So anything else?
So yeah, let's ask Shiva if she has anything else, any closing messages before we move on to the next being. She's gonna tell you that now.
Mm. Yeah, so there's just reference to working on the body, the light body, constantly creating, yeah, and yeah, okay. So yeah,
Ask her. So I'm sort of saying that there's something. So she's got a code that she gave to the baby. There's a glyph or a light code that she's going to project it out and show you what that is, and that's a way that we can give that to others to work on that body. I'm saying it's like a piece of a DNA grid or something, and so I'm seeing it as like it's not a normal glyph that I would see as a light code. It's
she was showing me like watering the seeds and then a seedling in a little pot, kind of like, so that's the code coming in, like, so
good.
let me
So
just
now,
see.
so I want you to see that seedling in the pot with that energy connected to that baby, to the grid, and I want you to pull that program into your heart space so it can merge in your Merkaba field. 3, 2, 1. I'm seeing that program in your field is just going to start planting out seeds on its own. Like it'll know when to put these seeds into people, sort of just like as you, Johnny Appleseed, walking around just flicking seeds out.
Yeah, and Julie just came in to push that through as well with the violet light.
Oh yeah, they all have a bunch of tools, and we're gonna have a whole active team. Like we got this, we got that. And I love how like they know when to use what they like. That one has that because that's needed for this other part, and I love that you can pick up on like, oh, this one's using that, because sometimes you can't tell. But I love that you have that that sight to see it. Good. So she's walking over with the other ones. We're going to move to the next being to the right, the 6th being. Who do we have here?
Feels like a brother. Harry. It's a Palladian Harry that we work with. He's the neuron scientist, the psychic surgeon that comes on. His name's Harry. I'm familiar with him.
Good. So we're going to ask. Yeah, I saw the beam. You didn't even have to connect it. He connected to you into the screen. So he's ready to show you what he's got for you. He's going to show you what the neural science he has now. He's going to put that up on the screen for you.
So it's really clear. It's like maca powder. You know how you have the bowl and you're smashing the pepper to make it fine. So it's maca powder. Apparently, there's some sort of cell rejuvenator through that plant medicine.
And so the reason why you keep saying the mica powder is the mica powder holds frequencies with colors, and there's different types of mica, and mica is actually a crystal. So there's something special about the crystal frequency of the mica. So ask them to show you why the mica and what the mica, why the mica is important and what that's for. He's going to show you that now.
Oh, so yeah, connecting all the energy centers. So it's like that medicine or that herb can talk to the brains in the energy centers, and they all attune their frequencies to each other, is what he's saying.
I'm seeing it like the maca has, you know how everything has its own frequency. This crystal has its own frequency. The frequency of the maca clears the DNA. So the DNA, they're all like little antennas, and so if there's distortions, the frequency of that like naturally clears it. It's an Earth frequency. That's nice.
Yeah, okay, so that's it. And the telomeres, I'm just getting to it helps grows telomeres. He just has saying.
Yeah, so ask them now to show you how you use the maca. Is it so? Are you taking it? Are you just having it around? Is there a bigger picture to the maca? Why that's important and why they're showing you that right now? Play that on the screen. 3, 2.
Yeah. So it's to be in the system, taken in the system with the water. And it's like once it's in there, it'll grow. Is it spawns off? So it's constantly growing more seedlings. It's a fertilizer for more telomeres to grow, more cells and everything to grow.
I heard organic replication. It'll grow itself like that's
I'm going to get myself some maca
yeah,
powder.
heck yeah. And so yeah, I'm seeing that it has to do with the energy and sustainability, that it's something with the brings more like sustainable energy to the physical body in these times for these upgrades. Okay, good. So ask if there's anything else that they have to show you about that, or if that's all that they have.
He's saying it makes the neurons fire stronger in the brain.
Okay. And so now ask him why we need stronger firing neurons. What are we going to be doing with the brain that is extra in this time? Why are they preparing the brain? There's something special about that going on right now.
So he's showing me trophies. So it's like something for award-winning excellence or something. Not that we're having a competition with anyone, but it's more like it'll bring us the gold, more intelligence downloads. So it's like a fertilizer for the brain cells and the neurons. So the information can come into a fertilized garden, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and so I'm seeing that little seedling from the last program. That is the energy matrix and the fertilizer to grow those seedlings. So it's going to, you taking it and telling other people about it, that is going to fertilize those seeds, and the light codes are going to come with it apparently, which is neat. Okay, so ask if there's anything else about that specific thing that's important, anything else that's important about the neural conductivity with the maca.
Okay, so it's also for fertility. It's going to help shift DNA and perform higher chances of fertility for these babies.
I'm saying that's going to be the saving thing. All these people that got that jab and they are damaging the DNA to where they're becoming infertile. I'm saying how this is a way to cause that, like the bed for the baby to lay in, and then the frequency can rebuild the DNA. It's like a matrix for that to rebuild.
Oh, that's such good information. How good's that? That's really kind that we've brought that through.
And it's beautiful. I remember how you're saying how they were showing you like a lawnmower. Like the way that I was seeing it was like a baby in a bed, and that was the thing for it to birth this fertility thing. And that's why it's like innocent and playful. Like it's showing you in a way that's like the best way for me to understand it. Not only understand, but for it to be like translated, because that's a very simple, playful way to open a concept. Good. So ask them if there's anything else.
So there's, because of the consciousness wipe in the individual beings, he's saying the babies are going to be needed to anchor more light so we can keep moving up to 5D.
So, and I just got,
I got chills.
The babies being the seeds, the reason why that's important, I'm seeing Jesus in the manger, and I'm seeing like the maca as like the bed, but the reason is the newborns, they're so innocent. They have no of the karmic programming. They have no sin. They're just the purest little things, and those are the little anchor points. And the reason why that's important is because babies are going to be being these conscious babies I'm seeing born at a rapid rate. Every baby coming out is that conscious newborn for that, whereas the older folks have a harder time breaking those programs. So they're getting fast tracked, is what I'm saying, sort of.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Good. So I'm seeing her walk away now, and so now
Yeah, that's close.
we're gonna go to the seventh being. Connect your heart to the seventh being.
God, we're going to get a lot of information today. Set 10. We're going all the way to 10.
Yep.
Okay. Number
We've had a
7.
lot of activation since the last time we did this. So when the DNA strands are activated, then there's a lot more to bring forward.
All right. So it's number 7. Okay. Yeah, it's an insectoid being again, and it's coming through as like a straight being, almost like a piece of, I know this sounds so weird, but a forest piece of wood.
Have you ever seen there's a bug called a walking stick where it looks
Yeah.
like a tree, but it's like a
That's it.
yeah, I've seen it like where it's like camouflaged sort of.
Yeah.
So where is this from? Where is this bug from? And what's this bug's name?
The planet, this planet.
So ask him if he can show it to you, or if there's a name that he can tell you what that planet's called.
Yeah, Canada, I'm being drawn to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now
his name's like Greg. It's like a weird, really like slug name, you know?
Yep. And so ask Greg to show you up on the screen what he's here to teach you today. He's going to pull that up for you now in 3, 2, 1.
I know. Implement more planting of trees.
I think that's funny. He's literally showing you like, look, I can get up and move. Like, see how we got to take the trees and sort of like, spread them out. So I know that
coming through to me, like creating a donation, like every sale we put into a rejuvenation of the planet, right? That's been coming to me. So he's just here to reinforce that, old Greggy boy.
About a year ago when we first did this, I remember there was some timelines shown, and one of the timelines was this timeline where we're going to be planting all of these, like replanting the earth and all this stuff. And, I have a strong feeling that has to do with that timeline and that service and giving back. I'm saying that as like a not for profit or some sort of like charity.
Yeah, it's non-for-profit.
So ask Greg what the best way to reseed the earth. Is it through the structure systems we have now, or what's the easiest way to get everyone to help out and to sort of feed this agenda? What's going to get everybody, ask him to show you what's going to get everybody to focus on this. He's going to play that for you.
Yeah. So I got Adelaide. I need to contact a company down in Adelaide. It's a non-for-profit charity. And start that there. It's down South Australia, for me here in Australia.
I'm seeing that the structure's there already, that it's like, just do it.
Yeah, I can see that it's already, that one that we're going to connect in with is all around the world. But it's also, he's saying it's going to be a natural, personal desire to replant on the planet. So we don't actually need to do anything. We just need to lead by example.
So what came through for me too is that this organization, the small donation that we can take off of and put that towards, that little donation actually does so much more than we think based on like what they can do to grow. So I'm seeing that it's not actually that much cost if everybody just puts in a little bit. Good. So ask him to show you whatever else he has about the reseeding. If there's anything we need to know or any.
Yep. So he's going to have an upgrade with this process because the frequency is different, and they're excited. The plant kingdom's excited to move into a third dimensional place because he's like talking to me.
I know.
Which is a third dimensional consciousness, right? It's like.
Yep. So I'm sort of seeing like I know he's a stick being, but I'm seeing like his feet. I'm seeing like roots like growing down energetically, like, but they're like roots, but they're also DNA, and they're going from the ship like down into the earth. And the upgrades are coming through like the galactic down through these beings.
So that's connected to the fertility of that pot plant that we just saw before. So see how the story is coming all full circle now? Oh, so,
Yeah, and so there's a reason why.
so I'm getting Julie's going to be able to activate all of these things at the end and push the violet light through all of the beings to activate all of these different tools.
So what I just saw with the pot and with the earth and the fertilizer, and then this being, like all of those things are the seed. It's getting the tools ready to go seed these things, right? You need the fertilizer, you need the pot, you need the seed, you need all these different things. You need that drive, or that like, I'm gonna do this, right? So those, I'm seeing it as that. And then the babies of the high vibration, those are the anchor points. So the DNA is being upgraded because those seeds, because it's coming through at the same time that by upgrading the plant, the earth, by regrowing, the same way the newborn babies, these plants are newborn baby trees, right? And so by reseeding the earth with higher frequency vibration of the plants, that is going to merge the like plant and animals systems. I'm seeing blue and green. I'm seeing a blue baby and a green like energy of the earth sort of crossing.
Yeah.
Good. So ask him if there's anything else that he wants to show you about that. I'm going to pull that up on the screen for you. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, he's just saying don't force anything. Just go with the flow with how it all unravels. You don't need to worry about anything.
Ask him if he'll show you, and like if you're not going with the flow and something seems like, oh, I want to do this, but if there's resistance, ask him to give you a sign of when you are not going with the flow. If there's like resistance that you don't know that you're creating, ask him to give you a sign or a symbol, something within your system or something that will alert you to that, and see if he'll give you something for that.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's a lock, like a lock. It'll like a, yeah, like a lock.
Like a tumbler, like the tumbler, like the pins in a lock.
Yeah, so it'll just show up as a gold lock, like that bottom thing there.
So will you see that in your mind's eye, or you'll see that like you'll see it on the table?
I think I'm going to see a lot of like, it'll show up and then it'll show up.
Like you'll see it in the 3D too. You're like, oh, someone's going, oh, there's that lock.
Like, stop, it's locked, it's not ready yet, it's not open. Yeah.
I'm seeing him walking over with the others. We're gonna move now to the 8th being. Connect your heart to them, then to the screen, and come into focus.
Yeah, it's a female.
Tall.
So she's coming from Lyra, but she's non-physical. I think she's traveled with me before. She feels very familiar. I can't quite see her, but I know she's kind of a bit more plump.
Yeah, I'm seeing very like tall, like large. And so there's a certain dimensional frequency. It's very high. It's of like the top 3 dimensions. See if she'll share with you what frequency, what density she's coming from for this.
8, between 8 and 9. I'm getting 8.
8 was the, I got like 8 with some, it was like 8, but then there was like another color or something there too. So it was like,
and it's interesting because she's number 8 person too, right?
Yeah. Good. So now ask her, what's her name, or what can you address her as?
So she's making reference to my macabre field. There's something around the formation that I had in this dimension back in the Lyra star system. And it's all around, yeah, the knowledge. She's like putting the helmet back on, and then there's downloads coming in.
Yeah, I'm seeing that there's a 444 Merkaba. So I'm seeing like there's, I know you see 8, but I'm seeing that there's the numbers 4 are like merging into 8 as they're like going around you. But so she's gonna activate your 444 Merkaba and build that for you now in 3, 2, 1.
Wow, that was quite big.
She's explaining to me that there's different so the Arcturians, they have and the Lyrans, they all have different Merkaba fields based on their geometries, and we can overlap them, and each one has a different function. They're all different parts of programs. It's like different clothing, almost energetic clothing. So ask her what this 444 Merkaba field that has this 8th dimensional energy, what that's for. Ask her to show you that on the screen now.
Yeah, so it's coming into the heart and also the sacral.
Oh, the heart's the 4th chakra. That's why I was seeing it from 4. It was something with the 4s there.
Yeah, and it's collaborating with my sacral, and she's saying it's around knowing the pureness of the soul, because from the other universe that I traveled from into Lyra, I didn't have all the, like, say, bullet wounds from the experiences. It's like the pureness of my soul in this universe. And I'm in a 7th dimensional in the Lyra, I'm getting. But she's obviously transferred up to 8th, so that's cool.
So ask her if you can help her, and if she can show you how to remove those bullet wounds, those traumas that she carries, and that energetic connection between you and her, because there's trauma between you guys with that. So see if she'll show you how you can assist her in closing those wounds.
So the triangle formation, with the help of the Octarian, pushing it through is one way, but also, by healing is helping her elevate up. She's got some, she's referencing trauma in the womb space, actually.
So that is the key thing. So there's a reason why it's in the womb space, and it has to do with the Lyrans being the like progenitor race. So they birthed, a lot of these species, from them. Most things came from Lyra. And so ask what it's going to take and what is necessary for this birthing trauma. What can we do, or how are we going to address this? Because I'm seeing that these Lyra Draco wars, all this different stuff, is because of I'm seeing the bloodlines splitting, and they birthed the I'm seeing they birthed the Lyrans, birthed the Andromedans, they birthed a bunch of different races, and that caused a bunch of separation. So ask her what we need to do here to close those energy portals and also heal her wounds. She's going to show you what you can do with the assisted Arcturians.
Yeah, it's the coming together, the unity. And it'll happen in the 5th dimension. So when we're in the consciousness of 5D, it's almost like that's not separated anymore. It's like you can go back to Christ consciousness at that point, in a way, and there's no separation of species anymore.
Exactly. So while you were just saying that, I was seeing it as we have the 3 dimension where we're all separate. We're like leaves on a tree. And then as you go up into the 5D, then we're like the branch. And then as you go up into 6, 7, then it's like the trunk, and then like the actual body where everything's one. So we're all just cells of the tree. We're no longer separate. And but the reason why that's important is because we're going to get a lot of learning and a lot of expansion from that, because when we merge, like, that's going to help that ripple I'm seeing. Good. Ask her if there's anything else that she wants to show you about that womb. No? Okay. You're going to see her move with the other ones, and then we're going to move to the 9th being. And when they come up, you're going to connect your heart to them, to the screen. And who do we have here?
All right. So this is, he's showing me his journey in on another subship. He's come from another universe from what I can see. But I can't see his being. He's showing me his subship.
Okay. And so does he have a body, or is he
Oh, it's the consciousness of the ship. They've remotely come here.
So I was saying that there's the way that we have a soul, and our organic body has a consciousness, that some of these light ships, like the way that we interact with the ship, it's conscious. Like the ship that we operate on, it has a consciousness too. That same way that we're interacting, just like I'm interacting with you, that ship has a consciousness that you can interact with, so you can interact with other people's ships. So he's coming here to your ship for a reason. And so let's ask him to show you why he is connecting with you.
Yeah, so it's just to teach us that we are capable of this.
Remember, after you did a session with me the other night, I told you I was having these dreams where I was like operating ships with like consciously, it was just like happening. I'm seeing that that it starts in the 5D, but then it's going to be filtering down, and just knowing that we can is like, oh, we can do that now. And so with the telekinesis, I'm sort of seeing a connection back to that first one. So once we know about it and it comes back into our fields, and we remember, oh yeah, we can do that, then it assimilates like, oh, it's just like part of, oh yeah, I forgot I can do that. And so ask them what the first things that we're going to be able to access with these ships when we start merging with these consciousness, like what's the first thing we're gonna get to use it for. Ask them to show you that.
Yeah, so it's firstly to practice on our subships ourselves privately.
Yep.
With our consciousness connected to it. So firstly, it's not going to be physical form, us in the ship. It'll be using the ships through our focus and intention from here.
So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek, because this is crucial to this. The last being is going to show you the rest of this, but this is with the 2 parts of the Merkaba being built differently. The reason why the ships are coming is because your command ship is being upgraded to like a mothership, to where you can have other ships. So you're going to be able to operate multiple ships. I'm seeing like simultaneously, which is interesting. So now I want you to bring your attention back from the room that the beings are in. Just go look at the interior of the ship. Go look at it, and remember how it was shifting and changing earlier? Yeah, so I want you to just look at the ship.
On mine.
Or mine, because they're similar. I want you to just go to the room when you first came in, when we beamed up, and I want you to look around. And I'm seeing something with the geometry of the ship shifting. You can move it bigger or smaller to collapse it or expand it.
Yeah.
And then I want you to pull that ship into the bay in the center of the ship.
Yep. Wow.
So I'm seeing now to do that a few times. He's instructing me to use that frequency to open the ship up, like almost it like collapses, and then you can bring ships in or out. So I'm seeing to take that ship in and out a few times, and then also to grab another ship and do 2 ships simultaneously. Do that for me real quick.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm folding time and space.
I'm seeing the ship as like it looks way bigger inside than it does the outside. It's like a quantum.
Yes.
There's like a pocket to where it can expand, so the ship can fold and can fit endlessly universes inside of it. Good. So as that folds in and out, you'll see that when the ship opens and the ships go out, you'll see that barrier, that violet flame, that firewall. You'll see when you bring the ships in and out that it'll automatically open around the ships and close to keep that firewall. I want you to practice putting them in and out and expanding that around them to keep that firewall program. Let's do that now.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, but then they're showing me the wormholes where you travel through the sun into other star systems.
Now take the ship from your ship and go through that wormhole. So now you're going to be able to remote use the scout ships. You'll be able to, the way you can bilocate, you can buy and trilocate the consciousness, and you can have multiple missions going on simultaneously.
Yeah, I do.
So take one through the sun to Arcturus, come out Arcturus, and then take another one through the sun and come out Lyra. So I want you to put one in each star system. Let me know when you come out both ends.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are going to just merge them together from Lyra to Arcturus across the galaxies. Just connect the hearts from ship to ship.
Mm.
I'm seeing that the ability to move them in different places and then connect them, it's the ability to lend assistance with galactic energies through time and space, but also able to do it very multidimensionally, because you can go there remote and then aid others with that technology. It's almost like using a Merkaba surrogate outside of yourself that can then function remotely. That's neat. Okay, so ask if there's anything else they want to show you about those ships.
I'm just hearing, just keep practicing with it and exploring it.
Yeah, I'm seeing that your ship is going to be opening up into, because like for a while I've been seeing when I go into my ship, there's like other ships like in a big loading area, and then I go in, but that loading area can get bigger or smaller based on the ships that I bring in.
That's what's happening.
And
there's
so that was
ships underneath on the bottom floor.
So that's how I recognize that I'm part of this Galactic Federation, the flight school, because when I'm interacting with people, like they're getting a ship, and that ship is being built in the mothership, and then here you go, take it out, and then go with it. And so being able to build that for others is important for this. Good. So ask them if there's one more time, any last details, anything you need to know about the practice. Is there a regimen, or is there a way, or they're just going to guide you as you go?
He's guiding me as he goes. He's got a connection into the heart now, he's saying.
Good. And it's funny, you'll see, like, as the ships are going out, you'll see like different tendrils. You'll see one here, one there. So they have like lifelines for you.
Yeah. That's what I see it as.
Put them out like feelers. Good. Okay, so I'm seeing him start to walk away with the other one. So we're going to bring our attention to the 10th being. Connect your heart to the screen through them. Who do we have here?
It's a friend. It's an old friend. He's a man.
Is it someone you recognize?
I think it's Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar from the projects. So
it looks like him. He looks like a 70s dude.
So let's ask the.
Is that what you're getting?
So I'm getting that this person is of Earth, that is past, but they've been waiting to pass because they have to give some information. I'm seeing that he's got something.
That's what I'm getting.
And so let's ask the higher self of Mr. Lazar to connect to us and show us on the screen what he's got for us today. So play that on 3, 2, 1.
All right, so I'm seeing a UFO around disc, and then there's a beam me up light, and it's like technology. He's going to show us technology, how to get to the ships.
So is this physical technology in the 3D, or
I'm
is
getting
this
physical?
5D? Okay, and so how is he going to show us that? Does he have the files? Is he going to pass us the cellular memory from his memories? Ask him to. Then we're going to connect our Akashic fields of a Merkaba to his cellular data, what's left of it, into his Merkabic field and the Akashic records in that, and we're going to merge that into our field.
He's shy. There's something happening with him. He's shy. It's almost like he's nervous.
So I'm seeing to spiral blue, like a crystal blue energy from above, filling him up from his feet, top of his head, to calm him down, because he's like, I'm seeing that he's like afraid, like what's going to happen when he shares this with us. So let him fill up all the way, and when he does, then connect your heart to him and ask him to pass those blueprints in 3, 2, 1.
Because he's bugged.
So we're going to ask the Arcturians to create a blue sphere 9 feet in all directions around Bob and around us. And they're going to then call in the High Arcturian Council to remove instantly now those implants, those bugs, those monitoring devices, and they're going to remove them by the roots. So they're going to be removed from the monitors without them knowing that they're removed. They're going to do that now as they expand the field. And Metatron is going to bring the Christ grid down into that sphere, so nothing can go in and out of that sphere. And that's going to dissolve those.
Okay, so yeah, they're clearing now. I can see that.
We're going to do that sweep one last time on our cellular data, on our Mercabic field, and the field of not only the new ships, but the ship that we're on currently. We're going to sweep the whole ship for any bug devices that may or may not have come through that. We're gonna do that now and pull up on the screen if there's any implants, rogue thought forms.
I just checked you look fine.
I heard a couple of beings go, not on my ship, like that's not getting past us. That's funny.
Fully.
Continue to scan. I just thought that was funny. I was like, oh, they're not letting it go. Good. So
like the popcorn's out ready to rumble. They're all ready to
ask Bob one last time if there's anything else that he wants to show us, or if he's given us what we need.
So he was showing me pine cones, and there's a forest not far from here. And there's some sort of reference to going to collect some codes from there that the ships have been able to access, for me in particular.
And so what I'm getting from that is the pine cones. There's the frequency of the pine cone with the pine, the essence, the pine needle. It's like that turpentine or the spear or the pine needle that really activates the pineal gland. And so the pine cone, it'll light that up. There's frequencies from those pine cones, but specifically the oil of those cones can help your pineal gland sync. Okay, so that's the humanity Earth thing. I'm going to ask the 10 beings if they have any final remarks, or I'm seeing that there's sort of something that they all were here in a line, in a reason to give you these different things. I'm gonna see if I can get them as a group to show you anything about all the things together, if there's anything that they can all be used for, or if these parts are of a upgrade to the ship. So we're gonna pull up on the screen any closing remarks they have for you, anything they wanna show you. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like a bag of tricks to help not only us but others, but also move closer to that meeting, the going on the ship in physical form. It's kind of like, yeah.
I just got a flash in my sphere. Remember earlier you were saying that the GPS points on the planet, they were lit up. There was something like that. I'm seeing that these beings that are on the ship, before they leave, they're actually going to they're going to go on the ship into the different I remember last time there was a bunch of rooms that we didn't go into. They're going to go into the rooms that their technology is located. So you're going to see which rooms that is on your ship. You're going to see the little which being that was, and they're going to give you like a little, it's like a frequency, a GPS, so you'll know where to access them in the ship. So they're going to show you on a like a map of the ship where their technology on the ship is, so you can tap into that. I'm going to pull that up for you. 2,
1. Yep, I got it.
Good. Yeah, they're showing me that they're sort of like mapping it out. And then now when you come back later, you'll know exactly where to go. Good. So they're going to line up single file 1 through 10 one last time in front of the screen. And we're going to connect our hearts, 10 beams, 1 to each being. And we're going to express our gratitude, our unconditional love, our, you know, the love for the mission, you know, that we're here for this, and that we're, you know, the boots on the ground, you know, and how grateful we are for that opportunity. And so after that's done, just breathe that to them. And then once they receive that, they'll start walking out single file. And when the last one moves out, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna grab you with my energy. I'm gonna float you down, and I'm gonna take you with me back down the long hallway. We're gonna make that left turn now, past the 2 labs, past the med beds, down, back to the, what I call the loading area, but it's really the bay where all the other ships enter. So that's the receiving area. We're gonna go back there. You'll see the teleporter, and stand on the porter, and you'll see the screen pop up. You'll place your hand and connect the green beam from your chest, your heart space, to that handprint. And I'm going to beam you down back into the field in 3, 2, 1. Good. And then you can, once you're back in you're close enough to your body to where you can just walk up the hill back in the heart space. And when you get to the top of the hill, it's where it just floats up and reassimilates.
Wow.
How was that?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was like good. It was pretty profound.
Extensive, yeah. I know that we hadn't done this in a while, and I know that we've activated so many of the strands of our DNA, and so I had felt like that this was being called because the DNA is active, but it's like having all of the consciousness, but not the structure. And it was like, it's all here. Just, we got to show you, like, let us show you, you know? And so that there are all these different things, and there's going to be more coming too. I'm seeing that that we can do that. We need to do this with me, you, and Ken. So both of you doing this. That there's a few sets of beings that will show you both programs that the whole team needs.
Yeah. I like that was a lot of information. Hey, I think I think that was cool. I'll have to go back through. I love that one from Julie. I don't know, there's something with that one.
I still have this like connection to Shiva and that timeline with that timeline from before. I remember there was different timelines and there was like the probabilities, but that one was obviously, that one is coming through if she's coming back, you know, all this time later with, you know, like down the line, which is beautiful.
Yeah, she would be about 8 now. So that means when in 10 years she'll be about, well, if it's normal years, because it wouldn't
18.
really, but she'd be 18. So
18 years old with a baby.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? I just had deja vu of us talking about this just here now. Far out. Seen it all before.
It's like, I know this person. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. That was awesome.
You're welcome.